Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Route 1 FM and this is a special video. This is who I think should be on the plane going to Qatar 2022. Now, we are 49 days away from the World Cup at point of recording, so a lot can happen. So you think, oh, the Premiership has just come back. We have just seen Man City demolish Man United. We've seen, obviously, Arsenal beat Tottenham. So a lot can happen. And this is my take on proceedings and what Gareth should do. Now, I'm going to say, and I don't know if it's true or not, but you're a guy who is in the England squad and you asked to play against, or not asked to play, but you thought you'd be in line for a game against the Germans. Now I'm talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't know if anyone's with me with this, but I feel that there is an issue there. Why walk away from the England squad where you could have been nominated, but he chose not to? Why take him? It's the same as Ivan Toney. Why take him if you're not going to play him? Well, I think there are friction between Gareth Southgate and Trent, but we don't know. It's not come to light yet. But the question is, who's on the plane? Now, rumour has it 26 players are being taken to the World Cup. So it gives Gareth a bit of interchanging for what they do. So here's my team. If I just go over to FM22, bear in mind FM23 is not out yet. This is my team that I would think, or my squad I would take. Now, I'm going to start this with the goalkeepers. There's two notable names on this list that I can't actually put in the squad, but we'll go and see them in a bit. But I'm going, again, tried and trusted, Jordan Pickford makes the plane. He goes as number one. And I think a lot of people will agree with me with that. You're going backup goalkeepers. Nick Pope, I think, will go. Obviously, I know he's in Burnley, and they say, you forget it's FM22, but at least it's just the players. Pope is doing well at Newcastle at the minute, so I think he'll go. He'll be third choice because Aaron Ramsdale is in the team. He's doing well at Arsenal. He'll be up there. He'll be number two. He'll push Pickford for number one, and depending on how results go, he may get a game. Probably in the third game, who knows. But they are my three goalkeepers. If we just come out of this in a minute and just do, we'll go with filters on, because so they are my three goalkeepers. Dean Henderson will be on backup, I will say. He'll be on backup, but they are the three to go. Defenders. Now this is an interesting one because players can cover, shall we say, but Connor Cody, I think he should go. He's having a good season at Everton at the moment. John Stones is a must there. I think Tomori will make it as well. That's an interesting one. Playing in Italy, it's a different kettle of fish. It's got that European aspect about it, and it could work in England's favour. I also think Ben White will make the plane. He's not featured in the qualifiers, but where he's playing at Arsenal at the minute, where he's covering right back, he can also cover at centre back. If we go to a back three, it will work for him. So I think he's a very good shout. He's a dark horse in there. Eric Dyer, I think, will make the plane as well, because of what he's done in the last couple of games against Italy and Germany. I think coming back and making a statement, and he's an old heart to Southgate, so I think he can replace Maguire. So you've got to remember that. Carl Walker is a must. He's he's done. You don't need to even discuss him. Kyle Walker is in the team. So right centre back in the three. He can play right back as well if we go to a 4-4-2. He's there. I also think as backup to him, but also play as a wing back if Walker plays in the back three. It's Kieran Trippier. He can play right, he can play left. We see that in the Euros. But I just think he'll be better in the World Cup. He can put balls in. He is obviously getting on. He's going to be 31, 32-ish at the time. But the experience is there. So I think he'll be a good shout. I know Declan Rice is there, but we'll talk about him in the midfielders. Reece James is definitely going to go. He's got attributes there which will help the England team and also stay consistent with his attacking and his strength with defending. He will actually push out Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think. But here's one, the left side. So we got Luke Shaw, obviously, but the two there, Ben Chilwell of Chelsea, he will go. He will go as a must. So to be the left side wing back in a way. But I also think Aaron Cresswell could be a dark horse in this. Now, a lot of West Ham fans will sing his praises. Cresswell is solid. He does well at the back. He does well at West Ham. But I just think he can do something in the England team. He is left-footed. He's got a great delivery. He's good at set pieces as well. It's another option. Him on one side, Trippier on the other side. The balls will go into the box for Kane to bang the headers in. Or whoever's up front. But I just think there's two dark horses there in the back with Ben White and Cresswell. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. Do you agree with them? I just think two dark horses there. And it pushes out Luke Shaw, who's not getting a game at Manchester United, and Harry Maguire. So think of that what you will. And we know that Saka can fill in there as well. So that's my defensive line. The midfield, bear in mind, you've got to put Declan Rice in there, which is right. He will go. I've said Jordan Henderson will go for its experience, even if it's just to come off the bench and sit and hold for a bit. I think that is a very good shout there. Jude Bellingham is a must. Absolutely fantastic. So he's going to go places. He is, and I've got a feeling he'll be in the Premiership next season. Mark my words on that one. Raheem Sterling, he can play winger or a striker, but predominantly in this, I've got him as a winger. Jack Grealish and Mason Mount. There's no surprises there. You put Saka in there as well. What more can you ask for? Then we're going for the attackers. Harry Kane, captain, he's got to go. He's a must. Tammy Abrahams as well will go due to what he's doing in Rome, and Gareth likes him. It's another tall man combination there. He can hold up play, he can take on defenders, he can shoot. He's a bit more versatile than Kane. Kane is very dead set in the way he plays, drops deep, goes forward, very direct. Tammy Abraham gives you something different. He can then do the tricks and all that. He's just got to get his composure there. But I also think Ivan Toney will go. He's having a great season at Brentford at the minute. He knows how to score goals. So what more can you ask for? He can head the ball. He can strike the ball. He can take on defenders. He is the most informed striker at the minute in the Premiership. Now, there's two absentees I think is going to make the 26. Right? And I'm going with Phil Foden is definitely in there. So, but I also think, and here's probably going to be a lot of controversy. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. But I think Marcus Rashford will get in there. He's had a great start of the season. All right, yeah, he didn't do well in the Manchester derby, but he knows how to turn it on. I think Rashford is going to come in there as well. He can play on the wing. He can play through the middle. He's got techniques that none of these strikers have got, in a way. Where these are all predominantly target men, you could have Rashford as a target man in one game, but also set off and play as the number 10 if you had to rest Sterling or someone like that. He can do that. So I think that is the 26 who will go. Now, if you disagree with me, leave a comment below. Bear in mind, we have got 26 days before Gareth Southgate names his 26. Or 26, 20, 24. Between that, I would say, roughly at top point of recording. Just remember that. It's point of recording. So, it's about 26 days for it. There's a lot can happen. A lot in injuries can happen. And I can elaborate closer to the time. We will do a World Cup recap on this. We'll put in the squad to what he puts in, and we'll see how it goes. But there's some surprises there I think could be dark horse to go. Tomori could be one. Ben White is definitely one. Aaron Cresswell is one, and Ivan Toney and Rashford. There's 5 players there. Tell me what you think. I'm hopeful for a good England performance. Iran, Wales, USA, and then if the luck of the draw goes with us, it could be what we done last time in the Euros. Get to the final. Who knows? It is a great time, and I think with England, we're better suited for a World Cup like this. All right, yes, the heat is going to be a problem, and it's going to be drinks breaks probably. But for England, training wise, you think when the World Cup's in the summer, they stop, they have a couple of weeks off, then go to training, and then they've got to try and build their fitness back up. Okay, yes, in the Euros, we're predominantly on English soil, so that it worked better for us. But when we went to Russia, and obviously before that, all right, yeah, we got to the semi-finals, but could it be not lacking a consistent fitness to keep us going? And that's where we fell short against Croatia with it. Yes, key decisions didn't go our way, but with this, you're literally coming off the Premiership end of season or break. Within 5 days, you've got a game against Iran, so you've got to travel out there, get settled, get straight away training before playing the game. So fitness levels and mentality is going to be up. The thing is, it's taken that form from here over to there. You're playing with players you don't regularly play with, and that is Gareth's problem. He's got to make that into a club culture like they've been playing week in, week out. You look at obviously the Man City connections here in the England team. Kyle Walker, Foden, you can chuck Sterling in that as well. They know how each other play, and they've got to be key. Bellingham's got to learn how to play next to Rice. Notice I haven't put Calvin Phillips in there, because Calvin, I don't think, has had a lot of game time at the minute. And to push a place, it may change. Pep Guardiola may put him in now full time, ready for the World Cup. But I just feel he can't get in there in a minute. If he does, then someone like Cresswell won't go. But I just feel we've got a problem with the left side, with the left footers. Maguire situation, that's done and dusted. He's not going to me. He can't get into the Man United team. Why should he be in the England team? He done all right, couple of mistakes against the Germans, but I can't see him. I can see Ben White getting in there. Ben White is my favourite to be the dark horse. Who's your favourite to be the dark horse of the England squad? Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got FM23 content coming out very soon, and that's where I'm going to tell you now what's happening. Now, last week after the England games, I've done a bit of thinking. I was going to do the fake name experience with it, where my guy Michael Rosendale was going to start off at Salford. Everyone's fake names. I've ditched that idea. That's gone. We're still going to do Michael Rosendale. He's still going to be my manager. We're going to do the narrative around him, but we're also going to use the genuine players. So that's the only change we're going to make for FM23. It's still a grassroots to glory. And we'll see where we go. We'll try and get Michael Rosendale as the England boss, hopefully down the line. We're still going to put people, if you want your name in my FM23 save, we are still going to do that. So it may not be the main up-to-date players, but the youth players coming through, so you can still get involved. Guys, no matter what you call it, football, soccer, football, just remember, it's for the love of the game. And come on, England, it's our time to win.